Day 2 of winter testing in Jerez, and Romain Grosjean topped the timesheets. 95 laps he got in the reliable Lotus today. Fastest time of 1 minute 18.218 seconds. Then came Paul Resta in the Force India, also 95 laps for him today, and he got out of the car an hour before the end of the session to hand it over to James Rossiter. Paul Resta's best time 1 minute 19.003. Daniel Ricciardo in the Toro Rosso was third fastest, and 83 laps for him in the car today, while Mark Webber fourth fastest in the Red Bull, 101 laps, a best time of 1 minute 19.338. Nico Hülkenberg was then up fifth fastest in his Sauber, 99 laps for him in his new car today. And then came Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes, just the 15 laps for him, 1 minute 19.519, his fastest time, closely followed by his replacement at McLaren, Sergio Perez. He managed 81 laps in the McLaren today and a fastest time of 1 minute 19.572. Then came Felipe Massa in the Ferrari, Pastor Maldonado in the Williams, James Rossiter, who got that hour in at the end of the day in place of Paul Resta, Guido van der Garde in the Caterham, and Luis Razzia, Mauritius's new driver, who was announced this morning. But the big news, of course, another bad day for Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton just 15 laps before the problems that caused him to go into the barriers on a day that had started so well.
I only did 14 laps, so I can't really talk much about it. Didn't have the most fun hitting the wall, but you know, I'm glad I'm safe and the car can still be driven tomorrow.
And last one from me, how are you settling into the team? How are you settling in with Jock and Bono, your engineers, and all the mechanics? You've been able to at least devote a bit more time to getting to know your mechanics and all the guys.
It's been great so far, really, really great. I'm so happy with the way everyone's working and to see the just the energy everyone has. Everyone's so passionate and so determined to improve and have a better year than they have in the previous years. And really, I feel like everyone's really making the right steps forward. Obviously, we've not had a good couple of days, but in terms of the approach and where they want to be. And I've been welcomed. Everyone's taking care of me, so yeah, I couldn't be happier.
Hydraulic failure on the brakes in one of the runs in the morning, and we have a little damage to the car, and this is why running has been limited today.
I understand the car's probably not going to go out again today, is that correct?
Yeah, you know, we want to sort out things properly, and it looks like we are not going to go out today.
How frustrating is that for you? Yesterday just the 14 laps with Nico, 15 today, and how much of a setback for your plans?
You know, obviously you want to get as much mileage as possible, but this is still testing. It's the first test, so there is no reason to be desperate. We're finding out lots of things about the car, and the mileage is important, but at that stage we are okay.
Were there new parts that have caused the problems, or were there parts from last year? Were you trying new things?
The car is a brand new car, and we are having a lot of new parts, and this is a piece which is pretty much standard, but it's in a different position, and so it's trial and error.
And what about the drivers themselves? I mean, Nico said the car was pretty good before he had to stop yesterday. How have the drivers reacted? Must be a little bit frustrating for them.
No, I think they are very professional and they know how it goes, and sometimes a car does instantly a lot of mileage and sometimes not. The first indication is the car looks good, which is good to see, and the feedback was positive from the drivers. But at the end of the day, we've just started. It's the first test, and probably in 2 or 3 weeks we're gonna know more.
How much work is there to do? Will we see it on track first thing tomorrow?
There is quite a lot of work to do, but as I said before, we want to do it properly, and this is why we're not stressing ourselves to get out for an hour or two this afternoon, but do things calmly and properly, and then get out tomorrow morning.
And how difficult is it for a driver? Lewis is coming to a new setup, a new steering wheel. He's got a lot to learn in that car. How difficult will it be for him to catch up the time he's lost?
You know, this is a difficult job. This is the pinnacle of motorsports, and he's a very experienced guy, and I'm sure he will do well.
You walked up here with a big smile on your face. Can you tell me how your day was?
Very good, very, very good. I'm very happy. I think it went better than expected. So in that respect, I'm very happy. I think we are going in the right direction. We've done so much work today. So really looking forward for the next few days.
How's it been getting used to the new car, the new setup, the new steering wheel?
It's difficult. Once you leave the pit lane and you go through the pit lane, it's completely different. Your view is changed completely. It's like you are in another car, from going to one car to another. it's massive, the difference in terms of feeling. Just comfortability is so different. The way you see the corners the way you see the track is very different. So it has not been so easy, my adaptation, but it's going well. I still need to sort out some stuff with my cockpit to be a little bit more comfortable. But I think even though we have done an incredible day.
A lot of laps today. When you leave the track tonight, are you full of information or are you desperate to get back in the car again?
No, I think we will be full of information today. I think already we end up the day a bit earlier, so I've been flat out with the engineers now, trying to explain every single detail, and it's going very well. I think we have very good information yesterday with Jensen and today with myself, so I think we are going well.
It was my first experience in Formula 1 2010. And I'm very happy to join back them. It's a team where I feel comfortable with. I know most of the people, and you know it's a great start for me. It's going to be tough, but you know I'm up for the challenge.
Did the deal come about quite quickly, or have you been talking for some time?
Well, we've been talking sometimes, but it came quite quickly. I think we were pretty matched since the first time we see each other, and finally came up with agreement.
Okay, so tell me about the car as you've driven it a little bit today. How do you feel in it? You feel comfortable?
Yes, straight away I think the seat was fine, and we got through the whole process of a steering wheel, which I previously knew from the other tests that I have done with other teams, and I was pretty happy with the results today. Still a lot of work to do, obviously it's just my first day, but you know the team is pushing a lot, and let's make just more mileage on tomorrow and next day.
Just last one from me. What will you feel like your targets will be? Obviously, you're a long-time, very experienced guy, race winner, championship runner-up in GP2. You think you'll be ready for Melbourne after the next two tests?
Well, for sure. You know, if we get the mileage right and then work on the most important things from now on, I'm sure we're going to be prepared. I'm not saying, you know, my knowledge is imperfect. I need to work a lot to gather all the information that I need, but I think we're going to be up for it, yeah.
Very good progress. I think the 2 days have been quite successful. In total 170 something laps, so not bad. And I'm, you know, very happy with the 2 days.
That's good. How has it been working together with Esteban? Because it'll be his first Grand Prix in Melbourne, and you're an old hand now.
I'm not an old hand.
You are just your third team. You've had a pole position. You led the last race. Well, you're an old.
Yeah, but it's only my third year, so I'm still young as well. No, obviously I know what he's going through. It's not too far back for myself when I was in his shoes, in his position. But working very well together actually. Last week we've done lots of filming, PR, media, photos, and quite a bit of fun together.
So you've heard from the rest. Let's hear from the man who was fastest on day 2 of winter testing in Jerez. Roman, you were very happy yesterday after you got out of the car. How are you feeling today?
Well, still very happy. A good day of testing. Car is still feeling good, which is a good point. We had our program for the day, one fastest, which is a little bit of a bonus, but nothing we count on.
Lots of laps for you today, 95 in fact, in the end. What were you trying to do today? Did you achieve everything you wanted to?
More or less. When you come in the morning, they show you the program is so good. I'm going to be dead at the end of the day. And then finally some runs when remove some runs. But generally the program we wanted to do has been done. And that's a good second day of testing.
You've seen the car at the top of the timesheets there. Your feelings now, you've got to hand the car over to Kimi. Would you like to be getting back in tomorrow, or have you got a lot to process?
I think it's good to have Kimi in the car. It's good to have the two drivers that give their point of view on the new car, the new tires and everything. We have been through a good program in the day, and I think there is much more to come in the 2 next days, and it's good that Kimi get the car and have his feeling, give his feedback to the engineer, and then we can compare and work from there with the two drivers.
How can you compare the times you get here? Because we saw last year the Lotus was very good in Jerez, and then we moved to Barcelona. The difference in the tracks, can you take anything by these times today?
It's always hard, but you know, it's a track. Everybody's is doing his best. We are doing our program, and the car is quick as it was last year, so I hope it's going to be again the case in 2 weeks, and then Barcelona will be a little bit more relevant for the season.
There's a big difference between you and the next fastest, almost 0.8 of a second. Does the car feel that much better than you had last year?
It does feel better than last year. You know, that's what I say. Yesterday I was a bit cautious, but today again the feelings are there with the car, so that's a good point and a very good starting point.
So Lewis Hamilton's day ended early, but Mercedes hopeful that come Thursday morning, Nico Rosberg will be able to get back in that car. We will keep you up to date with live updates throughout the day on Sky Sports News, and you will get another roundup of day 3 at winter testing in Jerez on Sky Sports F1 HD.